The topic that I wanted to talk about today is leaving that 9 to 5, leaving that corporate job. God is calling many of his children out of the workforce. Before I even begin, I just want to use a disclaimer. Take this back to the Lord in prayer. Take this back and ask the Father if you're supposed to leave your 9 to 5. Because I know some people will see this video and say, yes, this is what God is telling me to do. I'm going to quit my job, and they quit it. Don't do that. Take it back to the Lord and ask him, because this might not be for everybody, but I know majority will have to leave the workforce. If you feel it on your heart, that you're supposed to leave, be obedient. Don't wait until it's so bad. And I mean, when it's so bad, God will make it so bad that you have to leave. Like, you just can't stay there anymore. He's gonna make things not go right. People come up against you to get you out of that job. So be obedient and leave when he tells you to leave. And another thing too is, don't get a part-time job. God is calling you to walk by faith and not by sight, and literally lean on him for everything. Like I said, I'm a testimony to that. God has called me out the workforce about almost 3 years, and it has not been easy. I tried to get another job, and that door was shut in my face. He told me, I don't want you to get nothing. I don't want you to do Uber. I don't want you to get a part-time. I wanted you to do nothing. I need you to just walk with me. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me tell you, all of my idols popped up. All of the things that I've used to rely on popped up. It's going to expose a lot to you. And that's what he wants to do with many of his children, is to expose their idols. For me personally, and I revealed that my identity was in what I did, which was my work. I thought, that was my identity. And when that was removed, God was like, who are you? And I had to sit down and really think about that. Like, who am I without, my job? I liked what I did, and I thought that made me, and I thought that that's what the world, that's what they want you to see. Like, that's your identity. So you put all your effort into working and building up your career, but I didn't have God. I didn't have him. I didn't have Jesus. So I was building up this career, and Jesus was nowhere in that. And when he called me to leave my job, I rededicated my life to him. And then a couple months after, he told me to quit my job, and I was like, I don't think I heard that right. That doesn't sound like God. Like, why would I leave but I felt that burden. So I left, and thinking that he wanted me to get another job or just work a part-time. And he told me, nope, I'm gonna walk this walk. And it revealed what he really wanted me to do. He wanted me to do ministry. If he would have asked me 3 years ago that I'll be doing ministry, I would probably laugh right in your face, because it wasn't I never thought that's what God was calling me to do. But leaving that 9 to 5 really showed me who I was. All the distractions was removed from me, and I was able to focus on God and to see what he wanted me to do, and it's to help his people. I was always not really wanting to work a 9 to 5, but I was so afraid. I was so afraid to do it, and God confirmed that to me. So I just want to say too, you're going to come up against opposition. You're going to come up against people that's going to tell you God never told you to do that. Are you sure? You heard things. And let me tell you, these are the people that have never walked with the Father, never experienced walking by faith, and they're going to tell you what God is doing. let me tell you, don't put God in a box. I'm learning that every day, that the God that has been taught in church is not the God that I'm walking with. It's two totally separate, different gods. But anyways, if God has called you out of the workforce, out of your 9 to 5, be obedient and do it now. Don't wait. Again, take it back to the Lord and ask him. But I know the season that we're entering into, many people are going to have to go through the refiner's fire. They're going to have to get pruned and really walk by faith, because you can't please God without faith. That is the most important thing. You can use your mouth and say, oh, I believe in God and this and that and all of that, but do you truly believe in him? Right? When he tells you to do something, are you going to do it? Exactly. That's the only way that God will see that you really mean, and for yourself too, because God knows all and he sees all, but it's going to show you that, do you really have faith in him? And like I said, it was not easy. I'm starting to, in that place where I'm not fighting God. And let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with going back to him, crying and sniveling, God, why? I don't know, but after a while you'll get kind of acclimated and be like, okay, this is what it looks like. And let me tell you, you're not going to be angry that you took that leap of faith with him. You're not going to be, when you look back, you're not going to be like, I should have never done that. I'm looking back and I'm just so happy that I took that leap of faith, because I know that we're coming up on times where you're going to need it, with all the earthquakes, tornadoes, there's going to be tsunamis and all this stuff happening. You're going to be rooted, because you know that God is covering you. He's protecting you. So I pray that this has blessed somebody. If there's any questions, or if you wanted me to do another video or so, just drop it in the comments. But anyways, you guys have a blessed day.